This is the true story of a boy who believed he had endless time. Not poor, not broken, not unlucky, yet he lost everything because he never understood time's true worth. This isn't a tale of motivation, it's a stark look at real life, profound regret, and a reality millions unknowingly inhabit. He didn't lose his life in one catastrophic moment, but hour by lazy hour. While others built, he waited. While others learned, he doubted. While others changed, he merely contemplated. By the time he truly woke up, a vital part of him was already gone. His story began in a small town, in a small room, with a young boy full of potential, utterly oblivious to how dangerous time could be. This narrative will forever alter your perception of time. It is emotional, powerful, and a testament to the silent disappearance of years. My name is Ethan. I didn't lose my life to failure. I lost it because I disregarded time. At 20, I wasn't struggling. I had a home, food, and supportive parents who, though not rich, provided for me. My life wasn't bad, but it lacked fire. I had a phone, internet, and dreams, but no direction. I recall those days vividly, waking at 10, scrolling for an hour, slowly eating, sitting in the same room all day. I'd tell myself, today I'll be productive. Then I'd watch YouTube, open Instagram, lose myself in a world that offered 5 minutes of inspiration followed by a day of emptiness. By evening, I'd rationalize, it's okay. Tomorrow, I'll truly begin. And tomorrow, the exact same day would repeat. No one questioned me because I wasn't doing anything overtly wrong. I wasn't in trouble, failing exams, depressed, sick, or out of control. I was just living casually. But that casual existence was slowly eroding me. People saw me as fine, yet inside, a voice screamed for more, for meaning, for action. I ignored it, finding distraction easier than confrontation. I didn't even realize I was wasting time because my life appeared normal: wake, scroll, eat, relax, talk, sleep. Everyone else seemed to do the same. But there was a crucial difference. They were planning for the future. I was merely existing in the present. At 21, a school friend secured a city job. Another started at a startup. Yet another began posting fitness videos and gaining followers. I'd think, good for them. I'll start something too. But right now, I just want to relax and enjoy my life. That relaxing phase stretched into 6 months, then a year, then 3. Every time an idea sparked photography, freelancing, internships, I'd feel excited for 10 minutes, then talk myself out of it. It's not the right time. I'm not ready. I'll do it when I have more energy. I just need one perfect plan. So I waited and waited and waited. But time did not wait with me. I wasn't entirely lazy. My mind was constantly busy. I thought all day, imagined grand goals, dreamed of success, rehearsed interview answers, pictured myself respected, earning well, helping my parents. But none of it was real because I lived only in my imagination. I took no action, made no moves, finished nothing I started. I was addicted to planning, to thinking, to tomorrow. Life, however, rewards doers, not just dreamers, and I was merely a dreamer in his room. By 24, my cousin was promoted at a major company. My childhood friend bought a car. A college mate moved abroad. Even those I once considered unfocused were now earning, building, growing. And me? Still waking at 10, still scrolling, still stuck, still repeating, it's not too late. But I wasn't just behind, I was becoming irrelevant. People stopped asking what I was doing because they already knew nothing. Each time I looked in the mirror, I began to despise the reflection, not for appearance, but for the truth. I was squandering everything I had, yet the real pain hadn't struck. I hadn't failed because I hadn't tried, but failure arrives quietly. It comes when you disrespect time, when you don't show up, when you live as if the clock doesn't matter. And mine was approaching rapidly. I was 28, still in the same room, using the same excuses, still whispering, it's not too late. But deep down, the pressure began to build, the silent weight of time. It wasn't a scream, but a slow tightening around my neck each time I opened social media. Seeing someone younger achieve more, be more, live more. I had no job, no money, no identity, only a faded dream of being a photographer and a phone full of apps stealing my focus. Admitting this meant confronting 8 years wasted, so I lied daily. I just need more motivation. I'll start next Monday. I'm different. My time will come. Then, one evening, the world struck me harder than ever. I was on my bed, scrolling reels as usual, laughing at trivialities, wasting another hour that would never return. My phone rang. It was Daniel, an old friend. We hadn't spoken in ages. I avoided people whose lives were progressing while mine stood still. I answered, trying to sound normal, but his energy was vibrant. Bro, I'm getting married! And guess what? I want you to do the wedding shoot. You used to be into photography, right? Your old pictures were good. For a fleeting moment, I smiled. Someone remembered my dream, believed in me. Then I froze. I hadn't touched my camera in 2 years. No practice, no improvement, no new skills. My dream remained in my head, but my hands were empty. I had nothing to offer, so I lied again. Bro, I'm not doing photography anymore. I moved on to something else. He said, okay, no problem. I'll ask someone else. Let's still meet at the wedding. We hung up. I sat there staring at the wall. The laughter died. The screen went black. The silence in my room became unbearable. That was the moment. The moment I realized time had moved on, but I hadn't. I slumped to the floor, back against the wall, and I cried. Not for the phone call, but because I saw the unvarnished truth. All of it. For the first time, I saw the entire timeline of my 20s, the empty days, the excuses, the tomorrows, the countless hours given to YouTube, Netflix, Reels, group chats, and meaningless conversations. All the mornings I said, 5 more minutes. All the weeks I promised to start fresh. All the times I vowed to become something great. But I never became anything because I never started. I was 28 with no money, no job, no brand, no skills, no confidence, just dust. Dust made of broken dreams and forgotten time. That night, I went to the bathroom, looked in the mirror, truly looked, and didn't recognize the person. Dark circles, no glow, tired eyes, weak shoulders, an empty mind. This wasn't the boy who dreamed of traveling the world, telling stories through his camera, the boy with fire in his heart. This was a boy who betrayed himself. What hurts more than failure? The pain of never even trying. The pain of realizing you were the reason your life stalled. The pain of knowing you were given time, health, support, and burned it all for comfort. This pain isn't loud or dramatic. It's quiet. It eats you from the inside, making you hate yourself in moments no one sees. It comes when you realize you are the thief of your own future. I couldn't sleep that night, not from fear, but from a crushing regret so heavy it felt like 8 years of my life had been placed on my chest, suffocating me. The next morning, I retrieved my old camera. It was dusty, the battery dead, the memory card still holding pictures from years ago. The last time I truly tried to build something. I looked at those pictures and broke down. They were good. Not perfect, but good. I could have made something of this. I could have learned, practiced, failed, improved. I could have built a name, a channel, a business. But I didn't, because every time the idea sparked, I said later, and later turned into never. My parents still supported me, but now I saw the sadness in their eyes. They didn't say it, but I felt it. They had hoped I would do something, that one day I would wake up, take charge. But I hadn't. Now I wasn't just disappointing them, I was disappointing myself. That was the night I collapsed, not physically or financially, but emotionally. That's when I realized the real damage was already done, and I had done it with my own hands. You know what happens when you cry in front of a mirror? You don't feel dramatic. You feel exposed. That night, at 28, I stood before the mirror and couldn't lie anymore. I couldn't hide behind motivational videos, couldn't pretend I was figuring things out. I couldn't blame the world, my parents, my college, or my circumstances. I had to face one terrifying truth. I was the one who destroyed my life. I still remember the exact words I whispered to myself. If I don't start now, I will die this way. The next morning, I didn't touch my phone. No scrolling, no music, no talking. I sat on my bed in silence. For the first time in years, I was listening to myself. No more lies, no fake productivity, no empty promises like, I'll start next week. I told myself, I'm not chasing success anymore. I'm chasing discipline. I'm going to do boring things, small things, consistent things. I'm going to earn back my self-respect. I made one rule: do something real for 7 days, no matter what. Day 1, I woke at 6:30 a.m. It felt like war. My body hated it, my mind resisted. But I forced myself to sit with a notebook and write 3 things. What am I feeling? What did I waste time on yesterday? What's one small thing I can do today? That day, I cleaned my room, not because it was messy, but as a symbol of the chaos within me. By evening, I was tired, but for the first time, I felt in control. Day 2, I watched 3 beginner photography tutorials on YouTube. Not motivational speeches, just pure skill, pure knowledge, no dopamine, just learning. Day 3, I went outside with my old camera. The lens was cracked, the battery weak, but I took 100 photos of strangers, flowers, buildings, anything. It felt awkward, embarrassing. But when I came home and saw the photos, I cried again because something was still alive in me. Day 4, I made an Instagram page. No profile picture, no bio, no followers. I uploaded 1 photo, just 1. I didn't care who liked it. This time, I wasn't posting for likes. I was posting for discipline. Days 5 to 7. I repeated. Wake up. No phone for 2 hours. Write, walk, shoot, edit, upload, learn. No results, no feedback, no success, just quiet rebuilding. No one clapped for me. No one supported me. My friends didn't notice. My family thought I was just experimenting again. But I didn't need noise. I needed silence because silence is where discipline is born. I started falling in love with routines, drinking water first thing, cold showers, reading one photography blog daily, studying basic business ideas, practicing editing for 30 minutes every evening. It wasn't exciting, glamorous, or Instagram worthy, but it was real. And for the first time in years, I was proud of myself. Let me be honest. Starting again didn't instantly make me feel good. The guilt lingered, the regrets still burned. Every time I saw someone younger achieving more, I felt like a loser. Every time I saw my cousins with cars, jobs, families, I felt like a child. But I told myself, yes, you're behind. Yes, you wasted time. But every second you waste now is a crime against your future self. So I kept going. I didn't just learn photography, I studied how to price skills, speak to clients, edit faster, write connecting captions, build trust, turn time into results. I used free resources, free PDFs, free YouTube channels. I didn't complain about lacking money for courses because when you've wasted 10 years, you don't get to complain. You just learn quietly. At 29, I got my first paid client, a birthday shoot for a toddler. I charged $30 for the entire event. I spent 10 hours editing those photos, not because I had to, but because it mattered. When they paid me, I didn't feel like a photographer. I felt like I had won back a piece of my identity. I used that money to buy a new lens. No party, no pizza, no celebration, just reinvestment. That became my rule: earn, reinvest, repeat. I wasn't successful or confident or even close to catching up. But I had started, and starting was everything, because time had taken so much from me. But now I was taking my time back. I was still behind in age, money, success. But for the first time, I was ahead of who I used to be. I had a camera, a cracked lens, a cheap tripod, no car, no studio, no followers. But I had something new: momentum. That momentum came from silence. No one applauded, no one shared my work, no one called me a rising star. I was just a man with a camera and a war inside his chest, a war against my former self. And that war was my fuel. I kept posting photos, one per day, every day, no matter what. I didn't care about likes or going viral. I ignored trending sounds or hashtags. I focused on connection, sharing a story behind each photo, a struggle, a memory, a lesson. Slowly, people noticed. One comment became 10. One follower became 50. A stranger messaged, "Your page feels different. I come here to feel something real." That single message meant more than 1,000 likes, confirming a truth. People don't follow talent, they follow truth. For the first time, I was living truthfully. At 30, I applied for a photography role with a small travel agency, seeking someone to capture backpacker journeys. I sent my portfolio, my story, everything. They replied, "Sorry, we're looking for someone younger with more experience." It crushed me. Younger. I wasted my 20s, and now the world was telling me I was too late. I sat with my camera thinking, you did this. You delayed, and now the world has moved on. But instead of quitting, I made a new rule. Rejection is proof that you're trying. Keep trying. I renamed my page time you lost, and began sharing not just photos, but pieces of my journey. Every photo had a caption like, "Don't wait until you're ready." I wasted 10 years doing that. Start ugly. Start scared. But start. I'm not where I want to be, but I'm far from who I was. This photo isn't perfect, but neither am I. And that's okay. Something strange happened. People messaged me privately. "I'm 26 and feel lost too. I thought I was the only one who wasted years. Thank you for reminding me it's not too late." Slowly, my page transformed into a community of people trying to rise from their own rock bottoms. I wasn't famous or rich, but I was useful. For the first time, that was enough. One day, a small mental health nonprofit reached out. "We love how you use photography to tell emotional stories. Would you shoot our next awareness campaign?" I didn't ask about payment or try to sound professional. I just said, yes, I'd be honored. That project changed everything, not for money, but for meaning. I photographed survivors of depression, anxiety, addiction, people who had transformed pain into strength. I saw myself in their eyes, and they saw themselves in mine. The campaign launched. The response was massive. People cried, shared, wrote essays. Just like that, the boy who wasted 10 years was now helping others feel seen. This was when everything clicked. I realized that to keep growing, I had to protect my time, like it was my last drop of water. So I built a new system: wake by 5 and 4:05 a.m. cold shower. 20 minutes of reading, books, not screens. 90-minute deep work session, no phone, photography, editing, learning until lunch. Afternoon planning and outreach. 30 minutes of journaling in the evening. Sleep by 10:00 p.m. I became boring. No parties, no scrolling, no trends, no distractions, just work, health, growth. Repeat. People asked, "Bro, how are you so focused now?" I'd smile and say, "Because I know what it feels like to live without purpose, and I'm never going back there." At 31, I was offered $800 for a full-day brand shoot. They said, "We don't care about your resume. Your work speaks for itself." I stared at the email for 10 minutes, not because of the money, but because it was the first time someone valued my time. I did the shoot, gave it everything, delivered early, added more than expected. They referred me to 2 more clients. Just like that, I had a new rule: over-deliver always. I was no longer the boy who wasted time. I was a man who respected time because I had paid the price. Every rejection, every mistake, every lonely night, every lost opportunity, every second of regret, it all became fuel. Not for revenge, not for fame, but for purpose. Years passed. I was 33 now. My photography page had grown to 100,000 quiet followers. I had clients, systems, structure, a clear head, peace. Most importantly, I had self-respect. The boy who slept all day now woke at 5 a.m. by choice. The boy who avoided mirrors was now making people feel seen. The boy who lied to himself every night was now teaching others brutal honesty. But I was never proud because I knew the truth. The success I had now was what I could have had at 23, if only I had respected time. That truth never stopped haunting me, even at 33, even after rebuilding my life, even after escaping the trap of laziness. Time may forgive your failure, but it never returns what it already took. One night, unable to sleep, I opened my journal and wrote a letter, not to the world, not to my followers, but to the 20-year-old me. The boy who wasted time. The boy with potential but no urgency. The boy who kept saying later, "Here's what I wrote to you, dear younger me. I forgive you. You didn't know better. You thought comfort was harmless. You thought time would wait. You thought life would start on its own. You didn't understand that the biggest enemy of success isn't failure, it's silence. It's the empty days, the casual days, the days you don't remember because you didn't live them. I forgive you for every morning you wasted, every idea you abandoned, every excuse you repeated, until it became your personality. But now it's over. We're not wasting time anymore. Because time doesn't care who you are. It doesn't care about your plans. It doesn't care how badly you want success. It only rewards those who act every single day without noise, without attention, without apology. You don't need more motivation. You need more movement, more action, more repetition. And no matter how far you've fallen, you can come back. You can rebuild. But only if you stop delaying and start deciding. No more waiting. No more lies. No more comfort. Let's go. I closed the journal, and for the first time, I felt free. Not because I had no regret, but because I was no longer adding to it. Many who once laughed at me now ask for advice. The same classmates who said, "Bro, you're still doing photography," now ask, "Can you help me build my brand?" And I help them with no ego, no revenge, no attitude. Because I'm not trying to win anymore. I'm just trying to live with honor, to use every day left wisely, to give value, to stay consistent, to ensure I never return to who I was. And that's all the reward I need. Let me tell you something I know for sure. You don't change your life in one moment. You change it in the invisible hours, the boring mornings, the quiet nights, the days no one claps for you. Success is not in motivation, not in talent, not in genius. It's in momentum. Small wins repeated daily. Tiny actions done without needing attention. Decisions you make when no one is watching. The world never sees those hours, but they're the only hours that matter. I'm 35 now, and one truth still hurts. I'll never get those 10 years back. I'll never be 21 again. I'll never get those mornings again. I'll never restart from where I once stood. But I've accepted it because I finally understand you can't change the past. But you can punish it by building a future so powerful that even your past regrets stand in silence. That's what I've done. That's what I'll keep doing. Every day I wake up and ask myself, are you going to waste this day? Or are you going to use it to pay back the time you already lost? And I act. Even if it's hard, even if it's boring, even if I don't feel like it. Because now I no longer work for money, followers, or fame. I work for redemption. If you're listening to this and you've wasted time, if you've delayed, escaped, failed, procrastinated, drifted, I want to tell you, not as a motivational speaker, but as someone who lived that pain for a decade. It's not too late. But it is getting later. Every hour matters. Every decision matters. Every minute you give to scrolling, avoiding, doubting is a minute you're stealing from your future self. And trust me, the future always arrives. And it always asks one question: what did you do with your time? Have an answer. Start now. Start small. Start silently. But for God's sake, start. I wasted 10 years of my life. I threw away time like it was nothing. And time never forgave me. But I forgave myself because I finally stopped waiting. I stopped dreaming. I stopped lying. I stopped planning. And I started building. So if this story touched you, don't let it be just another inspiring moment. Let it be your first second of a new life. Close this video. Turn off your phone. Grab a notebook. Write down what you need to do. Then do it every day. Because in the end, time doesn't kill you. You kill yourself by wasting it. And if I can come back from 10 years of nothing, so can you. Wasting time is the most expensive mistake you'll ever make. Ethan didn't lose money or opportunities. He lost something more dangerous: time. Time is not a resource. Time is your life. Once it's gone, nothing can bring it back. Every day you delay, every hour you waste, every week you wait for motivation, you are silently destroying the future you could have had. Comfort is the most addictive drug in the world. Ethan didn't fail because he wasn't smart. He failed because he got comfortable. Comfort looks innocent, but it steals ambition in silence. It keeps you distracted, entertained, and lazy while your future burns. If your life feels okay, but nothing grows, you're not safe, you're stuck. Nobody will save you. You must save yourself. For 10 years, Ethan waited for a miracle. He thought something would happen. But nothing happened until he happened. Not his friends, not his parents, not a lucky break. He became his own rescue mission. Nobody is coming to push you. You have to decide your life matters and prove it with action. You don't need a perfect plan. You need movement. Ethan thought he needed to feel ready, kept planning, thinking, dreaming. But nothing changed until he said, I don't need more plans. I need more action. Your life won't change when your idea is perfect. It will change the day you finally stop waiting and start moving. Messy, broken, scared, but moving. You can rebuild, but every day you wait adds to the debt. The most powerful part of Ethan's story isn't his success. It's that he started again with nothing. No support, no confidence, no certainty. He rebuilt everything with small habits, deep discipline, and brutal honesty. But even though he rebuilt, he could never get back the time he lost. So, if you're wasting time today thinking you'll start later, understand this: yes, you can rebuild. But the longer you wait, the more time you'll have to pay back with pain, guilt, regret, and missed chances. Start now. You've just heard the story of a man who lost 10 years because he believed he had time. He thought success would arrive when he felt ready. Motivation would knock. Life would wait. But it didn't, because time never waits. Time is not on your side. Time is not your friend. Time is not kind. Time is like fire. It will burn what you don't build, destroy what you ignore, punish what you waste. By the time you wake up, the damage may already be done. But if this story hits you, if something inside you just woke up, don't sit with that feeling. Use it right now. Close this video. Write down one thing you've been avoiding, one project, one dream, one habit. Then do it for 10 minutes. Start small. Start scared. But start, because the clock isn't ticking. It's screaming. And the most painful words you can ever say are the same words Ethan lived with. I could have been more. If only I had started sooner. So start now. Start with pain in your chest. Start with fear in your head. Start with tears in your eyes. But for God's sake, start. This is not a story about Ethan. This is a warning for you. Time doesn't forgive. But if you act now, you won't need its forgiveness. You'll earn its respect. And maybe one day you'll look back and say, that was the day I stopped wasting my life. That was the day I chose to begin.